welcome to Ubuntu Sports Podcast. I'm with my man Maximus.
What's up, guys? Hi.
And please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like the video. We have a final tomorrow, guys, against Man City.
Yep.
The Carabao Cup competition hasn't seen, I don't think it's ever seen two of the best teams in the league going up against each other in a final. Yeah. So that's going to be very exciting and very interesting. Yes.
So, man,
yeah.
Why am I feeling nervous? When I believe that we're better than them, why am I feeling? Where are these nerves coming from?
You're feeling nervous, Max, and this is why I'm feeling nervous, to be honest with you. I'm feeling nervous because I feel like they don't have much going on for them this season. They've been kicked out of the Champions League.
Yeah.
And because they've been kicked out of the Champions League, they need some sort of way to salvage their pride.
Yeah,
for their fans.
Because the league is also pretty much gone for them.
Pretty much, but look, this is football, bro. This is football. Anything is possible. I'm not gonna get ahead of myself. There are many times where we've been here and we're thinking we've won the season already, and man, a lot can happen in how many fixtures? In 7 fixtures. 7 fixtures, a lot can happen. So we could either see two things tomorrow. We could see a possessed Man City team, that really wants to
salvage
something for their fans, which could go either two way. So this is like what's that saying? A
two-horse race?
No, a two-sharpened sword, or a
double-edged sword.
A double-edged sword, yeah. Because Man City have to get something tomorrow. They really have to. But them being them feeling and having that sort of pressure of having to actually walk away with something could also make them make some mistakes, leave them a bit vulnerable at the back. And the crazy thing is that there's 2 world-class defenders that won't be able to play for them.
Yeah, so they're missing Gay and Carvalho.
Yep.
Yeah, so these are the things that I look at where I just try and seek comfort, right?
Yeah.
I think the only reason I'm feeling nervous is just because it's a final, and you know how finals are. They're very highly charged. Anything can happen in a final/derby type situation. Even the referees are a bit on edge,
Yeah.
All it takes to mess up a final, as we've experienced,
is a red card.
Is a red card or a bad call.
Yep.
So there's many things that happen in a final, but they are missing 2 very big defenders for them. Also, if I look at their form guide, it's not particularly great.
Yeah.
And if I look at our own form guide, we've only lost 1 game in the last 17 in all competitions. Okay, that's something that I have to find some confidence. We have to find some confidence in that. And also, our head-to-head with City in recent times, as much as we have our PTSD over just things that have happened in general over the previous couple of leagues, they must also be sitting there with some amount of PTSD playing against us. Because that 5-0 was 5-0, yeah?
No, 4-1.
4-1.
Yeah.
That wasn't too far ago. I mean, in the last game where they played a 5-5 formation, they came there for a draw, and that's, I think, purely out of respect. They know what can happen. People will talk about we don't play enterprising football. But that's really what it looks like when we're playing against low-block teams.
Yeah.
So City, they're not wired that way. Even Pep as a coach, I don't think he does fantastic low block drills. They don't know what they're doing. That's not their style.
Yeah.
Right. What they know to do is get into shootouts, which generally work out well for them, except for in this Champions League. But generally, they've got such a strong team that they fancy themselves against most. But do you want to play that game with us? you know how badly that can go.
Yep.
You know, and we're fresh off a demonstration of what can happen if you come out to play against us. So I really like our chances. I don't want to say anything confident lest I jinx us. I remember going into the first game against Leverkusen. I said, it's just Leverkusen. And then as it was 1-0 going into the 90th minute, I was like, yes, like it. I did this. I was too overconfident. So I'll modestly say I like our chances. Short of anything extraordinary, I think we should win the game.
Okay.
Fairly comfortably. I don't even think.
Look, I'm also when you're talking about overconfidence, I look at most of our fan base and I feel like guys like, wow, we're a bit overconfident. Yes, we're so happy, but the last fixture that we come from with Bayer, where we scored 2 spectacular goals, right? But man, like I said, we're playing against a team that is desperate to get something out of the season, right?
Yeah.
And never mind them just being desperate to get something out of the season. They are basically being coached and managed by the best manager in the world. I mean, debating if it seems like our man is almost there, But
yeah, because I was gonna say this is the season where it feels to me like the student has overtaken the master.
Yeah, look, everybody's saying that, but it hasn't happened yet, right? So I don't want to count my chickens before they hatch. So
yeah.
let's just wait and see what happens. But I tell you what, 2 things could happen out of tomorrow's fixture, right?
Mm-hmm.
These guys could pick up a result. And God forbid any of this happen.
These guys being
Man City,
okay,
right? They beat us. They win this cup. They gain some sort of confidence. Now remember, April is such a congested month for fixtures for us. They have been knocked out of the Champions League. So their next big game in look, they're gonna play Chelsea and stuff, but I think they could walk over Chelsea. Chelsea are not consistent. That's my problem. Chelsea
but
are
neither
really
is,
not consistent.
neither is
City.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at also Chelsea, who they've lost against.
Yeah.
It's been big teams like Arsenal. They've lost to us 3 times.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's no shame in losing to us. That can happen to anybody. And then they lost to a really fired up PSG, a dangerous PSG.
Yep.
Outside of those 5 losses, I don't think maybe they have one other loss.
Yeah, they have another loss. I just forgot. It was a small team as well. They
Yeah.
weren't even that great. But look, Chelsea could do us a favor and really slow them down. Look, all they need to do for us to win this league, right, is lose one more game and draw one more game. Right. And then we just win our remaining games and we're done. By the time we play them, we would have won the league already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I want to make a bold prediction. I think we're going to win this league by a country mile.
Yeah,
I think we're going to win this. Yeah, you guys can bookmark this. We're going to win this league by 9 points plus.
Yeah, I don't know, Max. But anyway, look, hey.
That's right, I said it.
All I'm saying is that, okay, fine. Your last prediction was on point with us beating Bayer Leverkusen by 2-0. I said 3-1, so you said 2-0, so you were on point with that. But to say that we're going to win the league by 9 points, oh man, that's a
well, here's how it might be less, right?
Yeah,
is because I think we will have it wrapped up with about 4 games left. After which point we will then start to rotate because we don't, we need to save players for other tournaments.
Yeah.
So it might be less than 9, just on account of we've won with 5 games to go. Even if we lost the rest of them, it wouldn't matter because now we're focused on what's the competitions that are still live.
And this is what I meant by what they could take out of. Because remember, if they win this cup final tomorrow, and them having less fixtures than us, they could just really put everything towards the league now and just say, look, we're going to make it as tough as possible for these guys to actually win the league, like easily or cruise through to win the league. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a big one, man. It's really a big one. It's one of those. It's, to be honest with you, it's probably our biggest game of the season, and I don't know how many times we've said that on the show that, oh my gosh,
this next one is this is for real this time. Well, this one, it's absolutely massive. One, because the talk is the quadruple, right?
Yeah.
Right. So the minute we lose this,
I don't want anything less, to be honest with you. Look,
yeah,
I'll still be happy if we can walk away with like a Premier League or just a Champions League or even both.
Even a double will do, to be honest.
Yeah, but
no, right now it's set up that it seems all achievable.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So this Carabao Cup becomes very important because when we win it, it will. So let me just check out my boy here.
Okay. Yeah. So, one thing we also need to discuss, guys, is the nerves and the fatigue of the players, right? If you look at April, oh my gosh, April is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. The amount of games that we're playing in April. I mean, we're starting with Southampton on the 4th of April. And then on the 7th of April, we're playing Sporting Lisbon. And then on the 11th of April, we're playing Bournemouth. And then on the 15th of April, we're playing Sporting Lisbon again. And then on the 19th of April, we're playing City again. All right. So, oh man, the amount of fixtures, that's 5 fixtures, like all close to each other. And City,
because I see it's 3 days and then 4 days.
Yeah.
And then 4 days.
Yeah. And City won't be playing on the 4th and the 13th because they're not in the Champions League anymore. So they will be well rested for the game that will be playing against them at the Etihad.
So tell me this.
Yeah.
By your estimation,
yeah,
have they been playing bad because of fatigue, or have they just lost form in general? Have they?
Our team.
City.
Oh, City. No, remember, look, as much as we also kind of have a lot of new players in our squad, they're rebuilding.
Yes.
They're definitely rebuilding. So for them to think that you're going to just hit the ground running with so many new players, I mean, Doku is still even a new player in that team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? All the attack, besides Highlanders and Bernardo Silva, are literally the senior players there. Defensive-wise, Gay is there. I don't know what happened to
he's new.
Diaz.
He just arrived now.
Yeah, he's new. But I'm just saying, what happened to Diaz? Is he still there?
Yeah, I think he was injured for a long time.
And that Dutch centre back of theirs was
Ake.
Ake, yeah. Where's Ake?
Is Ake still there?
Yeah, Ake's still there.
Then he must have a terrible injury. He's a very good
it's
defender.
probably injury. Stones is always constantly getting injured.
Yeah.
You know?
And, you can even argue Haaland almost feels like a new player because now his key supplier, the brainer,
is gone. Yeah.
So now we're having to figure out new ways
of getting the ball to, yeah.
Which it was always, they always found him through the middle, but they always found him through the flank.
Yeah.
But that's what added to the element of surprise. You didn't know whether to stop the danger from the flank or through the middle. Now they don't really have like a deadly or anything the brain like flank attack.
Yeah.
They've got what's his name? Doku. Yeah. Did you see at the end of the game against Real Madrid when this guy was clowning him? He was going.
No, I didn't watch that.
I quite enjoyed it.
Vinicius.
No. This guy who just left Liverpool, Arnold.
Oh, okay.
Arnold was okay.
Trent. No, I didn't see that. But
I loved it.
oh man, like so, yeah, they definitely have a sort of a rebuilding a new squad and everything. With the, you know what I find so interesting. You know, the two players in both our teams that have been always being compared, why have they dropped off? Do you think Foden has been overplayed, just like Saka has been over? Because I really think that the reason why Saka is staying, it's just from being burnt out. I'm not saying that his skill and his talent has gone out the window, but I feel like in the last 4 seasons, we overplayed Saka. And look, it catches up to you. It really does catch up to you, you know. And I think we're starting to see it with even guys like Salah. Like Salah has been carrying Liverpool for the longest of time. But okay, age has also got a bit of a role for Salah. But I mean,
Father Time remains undefeated.
So what do you think is wrong with Foden? Why isn't Foden at his best? And why do you think Saka is not at his best right now?
I can't speak too much about Foden. But I'll talk to Saka. I don't know. I can't remember if we spoke about this offline or last time. But the Saka pace issue. Did we talk about this last time?
You think he's lost pace?
I actually think he's lost pace. It's either A, he's lost pace
because he hasn't recovered fully from that hamstring,
or B, it's a mental thing where I don't know if you've ever had the misfortune of tearing a hamstring. I have. And I remember when I was recovered and I felt like, yeah, I could run. There was a trust issue. I could run, but when I felt like, okay, this is time to go full tilt.
Yeah.
You know, when you're running and you can feel your muscles cooking. I suspect there might be a little bit of that going on with Saka. I'm hoping it's that as opposed to like genuine loss of pace.
Yeah.
Because he definitely since his injury, he doesn't quite seem to have the same amount of pace. I'm not saying he's slow, but he doesn't have that over 3 meters. He's gotten away, right? His good fortune, I feel like, is that he's a very intelligent player. He's got a very elite touch, very high IQ. So I know he hasn't been in the greatest form over the last, if we say, 7 games. But in these last 2 games, I've actually thought he played quite well. In those tight little spaces, he shimmies a little bit, plays the through ball, makes the run. But I feel like he's lost a bit of pace, but I feel like he's still effective. So it might be a matter of having to repurpose him.
Yeah.
You know, I noticed that he drifts a little bit more to the middle these days, and he does a lot less of that cutting out,
beating the man,
and then crossing it back. But he still has enough zip and get the shot off. I mean, he got quite a few shots off in this last game.
Yeah.
So I'm not overly concerned about Saka. Okay. And I feel like he's still so dangerous that people still see the need to put 2
defenders on
him.
Yeah.
So he's one of the most fascinating guys to watch, where you could say he didn't have a great game. Sure. But just the fact that he's there, he's already drawn 2 people. Just his presence means you have to put 2 people on him. For me, in fact, when you don't put 2 players on Saka, I consider it very irresponsible. In the last season when we played against Real Madrid, I knew in the first 10 minutes we're going to beat these guys.
Yeah.
How did I know? I was like, nope, these guys only have 1 person on Saka.
Yeah.
You simply cannot do that.
Yeah. You
simply cannot do that. Which would be interesting to see if City does that, or if they think they can toe-to-toe with who's the wing back now?
Nunes and who's the other one? He's got a weird name. I think he's Eastern European.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah.
He's not the guy to stop Saka by himself. I've only ever seen Saka stopped by 1 person 2 times. Who's the PSG fellow? Is it Mendes?
Yeah.
Mendes was able to do it by himself, and Cucurella has been able to do it on a few occasions. Outside of that, you got to put 2 people on Saka.
Yeah.
So I'm quite happy with Saka. Don't know, man, because his hamstring injury was like last number, you know.
Yeah.
So the rest of us get irregular. Most players, I think, get. They were talking about his being off the bone,
Yeah.
like some tenderism stuff. It was off the. I've never heard of that.
Yeah, no, I get you. Look, to be honest with you, most of our players that have been injured need to step up in this last end of the season, right? We've had guys like Kai, who's also been injured. Kai needs to step up now.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that he's not playing well currently, but he really needs to take it to that level, if you know what I mean, right? And not just Kai as well. Odegaard is coming back. So Odegaard as well, like we know how he's so good with the high press, and you know, we need guys like that right now because they haven't been doing the work for most of the season. All these other new players and these new guys have been putting in the work. You know, these guys are now starting to come back from their injuries. They're back from the injuries. And there's just a few games left. We really need them to come to the party and step up.
Odegaard is an interesting one.
Yeah.
They're saying he may or may not be fit in time for this game.
That's fine.
No, let's say he was.
There's big games that we're going to need him for. Like, I don't mind Odegaard not featuring in the final tomorrow.
Agreed. I don't think that's a game for guys.
Yeah, I think Eze is sufficient enough. Kai is sufficient enough, you know, but Kai maybe more in the second half. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because we saw what Kai even did against Chelsea in the Carabao Cup semi-final.
Yeah.
You know, so Kai has definitely got it in him. You know what I mean?
And you know what I like about Kai? Kai is a big match player.
Yeah,
like, I mean, I think even when Chelsea won the Champions League, he scored the goal.
Yeah, against City, City, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So a lot of times when you think about Kai, and you think about a lot of big match moments.
Yeah.
Which is something that has been leveled against Gyökeres. You know, there's some shocking stat about his low number of shots or goals or both
in big games.
Right? So we'll see. I am not too concerned with who the manager starts with there.
Yeah.
But in the number 10 position, there's only one person for me.
Eze. Yeah.
Eze.
Look, I agree with 100% with you there. But you know what, man? I've never lost hope in our number 9, Glock 9. I've never lost hope in that guy. And I really feel like, guys, for our new signings, this is the best time for them to come to the party and prove themselves. Your Ezes, your Gyökeres, your who's also new for us. Your
Nkapia
is already doing it. Zubimendi.
Zubimendi looked very good in this last game.
Look, yeah, Zubimendi, like, man,
he went through a dodgy little.
Yeah, he went through a very dodgy phase. But look, in the last game, he was very decent. But you know, the thing is that for guys like Zubi to play well, you need the whole team playing well.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Because I've seen in the games where we expect him to up his game, if you really think about it, not many players on the field are actually doing well as well. Do you know? So he's one of those players that feeds well of how other players are doing on the field, you know? And then it also makes him up his game, you know? So yeah, go ahead.
Do you remember that clip from the documentary where Ateta explains that whole light bulb thing about how the light fixtures work well together when they are all working in concert?
Yeah.
This might sound like a bit of a reach, right? But I feel like Eze, one of the things that's improved about him, some of his off-the-ball work has improved, I think.
Absolutely.
Right? And as far as putting in a shift defensively, and also even getting into space so we can receive the ball. And maybe also it's coupled with our players starting to understand that, no, there are some situations that might seem tight for an ordinary player, but give Eze the ball there. He's got that thing where even if he's tightly marked, he'll just flick it or do something. But I'm happy that he's getting more involved offensively. But defensively, I feel like his tracking back makes the job easier for the likes of Zubi, you know. One person that really made me appreciate the press and how well it works in concert is Odegaard. Odegaard. I don't think there's anybody better than Odegaard at orchestrating the press.
Yeah.
Directing traffic. He directs traffic like a nyaupe boy, that guy.
Absolutely.
Go there, you go there, you go there, you go there. And usually what I would see, and I'd clap at this, I don't know if anybody enjoyed this as much as me, he would create such a situation that the player who has the ball literally has no options but to boot it out. That is a perfectly executed plan. Because the thing about a press is, all it takes to mess up a press is one guy.
Yeah.
If one guy is not pressing like the rest of the others, then there's an option to pass.
Yeah.
But now, Eze is not quite at Odegaard levels, but he's definitely improved. And when you do that, you create less opportunities for guys to play against us through the middle. You create less sort of one-on-one situations that expose players that aren't. I mean, Zubimendi is a very intelligent player, but he's not an N'Golo Kante defensively. He's not a Makelele. He works well in concert and using his brain. Okay, I get this side, you get that side, and we shepherd him this way.
Yeah.
But if you ask him to do a one-on-one job,
it's
going to look funky. So I think Eze's increasing work ethic going back is actually helping the team overall.
Absolutely.
You know.
And speaking about his increasing, how beautiful has Gyökeres as well hold-up play been in the last few games as well?
He's actually also improved there.
So for me, this is what I would love to see, but I just don't know if the manager, because the thing is that I see what he's doing, like what the Mikel is doing. It's too risky for him to play Gyökeres and Kai at the same time at the front.
Yeah.
But that would be so awesome because Gyökeres can hold up the ball and just slide it aside when Kai is sprinting up or making his crazy runs, right?
Let's expand that. Just want to hear what you're talking about. It's Gyökeres and Havertz, and Eze still in.
Yeah, Eze is still in, but Gyökeres is at the front. It's a 4-4-2 basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the reason why I feel like Kai makes crazy runs, and I feel like with Gyökeres holding the ball, most of the time you can see that there's not enough players running up to make the runs for him to slide it to or through ball after he's held up the ball. You know what I mean? But he's so powerful that you can just put a high one into this guy there, and then he'll be there like battling for it with the last centre back that side. You know, holds it up. Gyökeres.
I think he's not really good at that. What I think he's improved at is when the ball comes and it's not like let's wrestle for it like Drogba. He gets it and he's at least now better to protect it, shepherd it this way, use his body a little bit. Yeah. Right, which he used to be absolutely terrible at.
Now I hear what you're saying, but I've definitely seen him battle against a few centre backs in the last few games where you can see that it's just him and the centre back, and he is going up for this ball, you know, and he will still get it and he'll secure the ball, but there's just no player making the run for him to release it early. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna have to look through the highlights because actually that particular thing that you just described is one of my biggest criticisms of him.
No, go ahead.
Like when I think about the player that comes to mind when I think about as being the best, or one of that whole thing, was Didier Drogba. I remember Didier Drogba, the goalkeeper would go, and then he would wrestle with the strongest. I mean, and then with a guy to his back, he'd
check out the game against Bayer, and check out the game against Everton, and see his holder play in those two games.
I'm literally going to look for a Gyökeres highlight thing.
Okay. Cool.
And I'd be happy to be proven wrong, but I don't think that's one of. I feel like he's just not losing the ball as much as he used to. Yeah. But he's definitely improving with a little bit of the ball retention.
Okay.
But tomorrow I can't see Kai and Gyökeres both starting. I just can't see it. Just because it's a bit gung ho.
Yeah, never mind that. It's too risky.
It's risky, yeah. You're playing one holding midfielder.
Exactly. You need to have subs that are able to come in and change the game. And Kai is one of those guys that can come in and completely change the game.
Yeah.
So playing two guys at the same time, now, what does it leave you for your subs? Like to have a player that, like, you know, these game-changing sort of players come in. Who can we bring in? You know? So
well, look, depending on the game state, he could come in, right? If through some unfortunate series of events, we find ourselves down with 20 minutes to go, and it's time to now throw the whole kitchen sink at it.
Yeah.
Then we might have to resort to something like that.
Yeah.
But from the start, I can't see it.
Yeah.
I think we're going to go with something quite predictable.
Yeah.
We're going to go with Raya at the back.
Raya, not Kepa.
Raya.
Nah, I don't know. Hey, like I feel like it's
Raya.
You know, in order to keep the morale of the team high, you gotta take your chances on the guys that the B team players, guys like Kepa, you know, who's played every single game leading to this final, and now what? We want to take him out in the final? That doesn't make sense. Like, it doesn't give other players confidence as well. Like guys like your Madueke, because they'd feel like, okay, you know, I've featured so much in this in this competition, and now that I'm in the final, they don't trust me, but they'd rather put in Saka, someone who hasn't exactly been playing his best in the last few games as well. But now you wanna play a player that hasn't been on form just because he's a bigger name and is someone that you've trusted in before in the past. Like,
no, I'll entertain.
It's such a sensitive thing.
I'll entertain that argument for Madueke, right, where Saka hasn't been on form.
Yeah.
But with Raya,
yeah,
hey, Kepa has to sit down. In this very last game, Raya did like a miracle save. In fact, go two games, every single game, you know. I feel like that whole, you know, where you're zapping players of motivation, is more a product of when you're a guy's sitting there watching like, but I know I'm better than this guy.
No,
remember,
because
then you start to look at it like, what do I have to do?
Yeah.
Like, because you see, remember when, sorry to interject, do you remember when Trossard almost left in the summer? I think that was what was happening there. He was looking at Martinelli saying, no, man, I'm better than this guy. I've been contributing more than this guy, but I'm not getting a shot. Maybe I should go elsewhere. And
we gave him a contract extension. Yeah.
Yeah, and gave him more game time to do it.
I get that.
And his gripe was actually legitimate.
I get that.
Right? But I don't know if there's anybody in this team, maybe one or two positions, but even then it's debatable. Like Calafiori, I don't know what's going on with Calafiori's head when he looks at Nkapia.
Yeah. But remember, Max, this is not just a game based on physicality and what you're able to do physically. It's also a mental game.
The City game?
No, just the game of football, right? And the importance of making a player believe that he can be trusted for something so big goes a long way, man. You know, to be honest with you, we've actually got a good goalkeeper as a number 2.
No,
and for him to be comfortable in that role as a number 2, he needs to be shown the confidence that we trust in him to do the job. Do you understand? Like, it's so important mentally for these players to be trusted sometimes. And I know it's a gamble. I know it's a big thing and you just want to play it safe. But, man, when it comes to cup ties, there are times where you just need to roll the dice, bro.
Cup ties, early rounds, sure. You know, last game against Mansfield, sure.
Even finals, bro.
The next
you
game,
just got to do something.
Finals?
The problem is that we, like you said earlier on,
the historical context
there
of
are
this
times
final.
where we're so predictable. We're so predictable. And when you now change things up and you take a few chances and you pray that everything goes your way, I mean, I don't know.
Well, where our predictability comes from, it's definitely not from the goalkeeping side. It's
not.
usually somewhere upfield.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry, I am going with Raya every day of the week and twice on Sunday. And also, is this the historical context of this? In the past, you would say, yeah, it's just the Carabao Cup. I mean, of all the 4 cups that we're going for,
yeah,
if we were to put them in order of most importance to I think Carabao Cup comes last.
Yeah.
Right, in that sequence. But contextually, it's the first of the 4, right? So to win this one, it sets a wonderful precedent. It sets deep belief. And I mean, it's the final, and then there's like the international break. So if we go into the international break with that high, that is so much better than going into the international break moping and thinking about what you could have done and it doing a number on you mentally, So for me, this game, yeah, it's just the Carabao Cup. I don't want to say just because it's one of 4 and we're on a historic situation here.
Yeah.
But I would go balls to the wall.
Yeah.
Okay, strongest 11.
We are running out of time, so let's give our predictive lineup for tomorrow.
Okay.
Let's go.
Raya.
Right. Okay. I'd
rock, paper, scissors, it?
I'd go with Kepa, but
it's rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Best of 3.
Nah.
Okay.
Come.
We'll see.
So I went with Kepa, you went with Raya. But anyway, let's see. We were both not the manager. We'll see what the gaffer goes with tomorrow.
And then left back.
I'd go with Calafiori.
Who started in the last game? Nkapie.
Yeah, but I guess
in midweek now.
Midweek.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nkapie started.
So I'm inclined to think that Calafiori might start.
Yeah.
Just because Nkapie started 3 days ago.
Yeah.
And also Calafiori has shown Manchester City a good time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Didn't he score a fantastic goal against them also one time?
I don't remember. I think
he did.
So.
He scored that long ranger.
Yeah.
And they don't know how to deal with him.
Okay.
So I think Calafiori.
Okay.
The usual defensive pairing.
Okay.
On the right, Timber might not be fit.
Yeah. So when you say the usual defensive pairing, we're talking about Saliba and Gabriel in the middle, right?
Best defensive pairing in the world.
Correct. Timber is definitely. I don't think. And even if he is fit, I'd say let's not risk him.
Yeah.
Let's not risk him. Ben White has stepped up in the game against Bayer. I think Ben White can definitely come to the party. He's always been a reliable guy, man.
He's reliable, but my fear with him has always been the same.
Injuries.
No.
What?
I think he's got some defensive frailties, pace-wise. Plus, he plays right back, which is the same side that Doku plays at.
Do you remember the last time we played City? He had Doku in his pocket. Do you not remember that game? He had Doku in his pocket where the fans were going crazy in the stadium because Doku tried everything and Ben White just had him in his pocket, man.
Okay, I'm happy with White because if you think he'll handle Doku, then it's fine. Because definitely offensively, I still think of all our backs, he's number 1 going forward.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
In the middle, we go with Rice and Zubimendi, right?
Yeah.
Okay, number 10, Eze.
Yeah.
Okay, on the right, are you going with Saka or are you going with Madueke?
I'm going with Saka.
Okay. On the left, are you going with Martinelli or are you going with Gyökeres?
On the left?
Yeah.
On the left?
Yes.
I'm going with Trossard.
Trossard it is, okay.
Yeah.
And then in the middle, are you going with Kai or are you going with Gyökeres?
I would go with Kai. Just because BMT.
But we know the gaffer would probably go with Gyökeres. But have we used Gyökeres a lot in Carabao Cup, or have we used like more of like our B team players, right?
Yeah, Carabao Cup is really, we've B-teamed it.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll see. Maybe he might go with Kai or he might go with Jokeris. We'll see.
I'm happy with either.
But either way, let's see what happens tomorrow, people. Come on, you Gunners. We've got this. I'm extremely nervous, but I'm also extremely excited, and I cannot wait for tomorrow's game.
I'm a bit nervous, but I think we've got enough to get it done. Right. Do you want to give us a score prediction?
I say 2-1 to Arsenal.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with a 2-1 as well.
Okay, cool.
2-1 as well.
All right.
God bless. See you at the top.